Well, here we are. I'm saying this thing's going to be around 50 ounces. Should have some flying weather tomorrow. It might get flown tomorrow. So if we do, I got to get it ready to go. We got to do this and wrap the lines. Let's put the tank on. Hey, Steve. Come on now. So we got that pretty much centered there. There we go. A bit of tip weight here. We'll get it bench trimmed. Yeah, yeah, me too. No, it's wood. Plywood. Probably should have some metal pads under this motor, but I didn't do it, or some phenolic or something. But it is 1/8 inch aircraft doubler plywood, which I normally don't use. Should be all right. Shit, it's just a 46. Okay, so this one This line here goes here. This line here. This line here goes here. This cap goes on here. Shit cleaned off of it. This loop here goes here. This one goes on top, but we're going to need to get that one on the bottom. So do this. Get your guesses in on how much she weighs. There we go. Pretty clunky muffler, but we got to see where it balances. It might get a tongue muffler depending on where it balances. Make it weigh a little different. Good evening, Roy. Thank you, Terry. Alrighty. Okay, that's installed. It feels beefy. It feels beefy. What will it weigh? Whatever it is, I think it's too much. First, let's see how it balances. Is this the correct way to balance it? No, but this is the way I'm going to do it. So it's about right there. So that's decent. No, I'd say it's going to be 50, which is only 4 less than a built-up one, which should be 10 less. This thing should be 40 ounces. That's what you get when you use all shit wood. But I had to do something with my Wood. It'll be fun, you know. And it might lose some weight. Might lose some weight with the for the tongue muffler, depending on how it flies. We'll start off with a tube muffler. Da 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 da! Moment of truth. Look at that. 50 and a half. 50, it's jumping around a little bit. 50 and a fourth. I'm pretty good with weight. 504, 50, 4/10. Not quite ready to start rubbing yet. So what we're going to do here is we're going to do the lines. We're going to do the lead outs. I'm going to do the lead outs if I can find the lead out wire. What did I do with it? Got a bag full of engines here still. There's the wire. I'm surprised nobody jumped at that PA75 piston and liner yet. Those are unobtainium. That Super Tiger is a Brian Gardner ST46. Well, it's a Sparky put together liner engine with Brian Gardner liner. Okay, we're gonna put you over here. Need to wipe these off, make a couple of more dots, plus there. Shot back. Okay. First thing is we need some heat shrink. And let's wipe off the black marks. I need two more a good set of black marks. Somehow when I move that push rod, they've changed. I could easily get it under 50 ounces with a muffler chain. And big art mufflers were heavy. But we'll start there. Can't believe I never can find anything I want. Here we are right here. We got this. So we got this. Need a paper towel. Start flying this airplane on 61-foot lines. See how that goes, and if that goes too fast on 61s, we'll go to 64s. It'd be nice if it flew on 64s. I just don't see it for this little profile. Okay, we now need some eyelets. Let's use the big ones. Use the small ones on the lines. 1, 2. I just noticed I got another one of them caps, so we'll use that instead of that plastic plug. So there we go. Aluminium. Need I need a piece of fuel line. Do that so I don't lose that or anything else. Okay. Put that on there. Take this off. Okay, we need forceps. Where are the forceps? Here they are. Another pair. These are the long jabbers. Here we go, another short pair. Okay. Oh, there's a pair too. All right, how do I do lines and get them centered and even? Pretty simple.
There's cookies outside the door.
Yeah, I'm online. Alrighty. The first thing we want to do is make sure that you leave yourself enough room between here and the end of the lines so that when you move them, they don't hit the tip. So now we got them level, and I always make my lines even, best I can. That way, there ain't much handle adjustment when I change from airplane to airplane if I use the same set of lines on a plane. So I will probably use my classic Continental lines, which are 61 foot, on this airplane. So we got 2 black marks on there. Now the down line for me, the front line, is all, I always put red heat shrink on it. I got red heat shrink on my lines, so it's red to red, black to black. Plus, I also leave one clip on the wire, on the lines, and one clip on the airplane. Try to eliminate any chance of screw up. I've seen a lot of airplanes hit the ground because of putting on the lines backwards. So that will clear. So now we just take this eyelet, pair of forceps. Yep. Put the forceps right on the black mark, get in there. There it is. There. This this lead out stuff I got from Jack Sheets. It's pretty stout, probably overkill, but I got a little bit of Jack Sheets with me every time I fly. Okay. So give us plenty of copper wire here. Now this is the same exact way to wrap lines. Now because these eyelets are so tough to get in the groove, this should stay without a whole lot of problem. I don't know what the exact regulation is for, I think it's 3/4 of an inch. I just go down till it looks about right. I mean, this knot would never, nothing would never It would never slip out if it was a 1/4 inch long. Everything is way overkill, but you do what you can to appease the officials. Try to do a professional job. That way your airplane looks professional. Doesn't look like you dug it out of the trash. Made by some person who pees on their food. Yeah, looks about right. What's sad news about Leonard? I remember Leonard back in the 90s. They were building the black Stukas. That's before Stuka Stunt Works. He used to come to Booter Park and with Matt. Okay, let's nip that off so I can make it easy on myself. I'm gonna nip that right there. Well, I ended up getting 3 more saws for tattoo removal signs. So I'll do a couple of signs on the channel here. They'll all be the same. Matter of fact, this is too long. Yeah, it'll be all right. It'll be fine. Just like that when you're done. Let me get, I guess we could use the heat as a torch. Yes, wrapping is much better than tube, but you know, whatever your pleasure is. Now this is the hack way of shrinking tubes, but this is what I got. I mean, I got a heat gun, but the cord ain't long enough, so hopefully we don't leave any soot on this. There we go. One down. Let's see. Go to right to it. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. You're not ever going to move the lead outs that far anyway, or the controls that far anyway, but almost touch it. You might move it that far in a panic. Man, it's called it pretty damn close there. Within a 32nd of an inch. We got to go out some more. How the hell did that happen? Still got to go out some more. Must have moved on my damn. That's close enough. Oopsie daisy. I gotta get that. I gotta get this on there. Shit. I don't know whether it'll fit over the eyelet or not. Pretty difficult. Yeah, it does. Barely. Should be close. That was the deal. I wrapped that too long. That's okay. It got full control, so you never go to full lock. That should be all right. Now I could take that, I guess, cut it open and move it. I don't know. It should be fine. Like I say, you never go lock to lock. It just barely. That's full up right there. Barely. It's close. We'll fly it. See how it goes. Maybe get rid of these. Make it easy on myself. And the next thing to do is see if we got any tip weight in it. So we'll go about that much farther. That's good. And take this out. Overwound. Cut that shit off. Now, so we don't bumble looking for a set of line clips out at the field, we'll put the one line clip on the downside. If you become a creature of habit, if you do the same thing over and over and over again the same way, and it's successful for you, that's how you have the least amount of mistakes. Okay. Yeah, that's it. That's pretty good. The whole world can't see a PM in stun hanger. I sent you the private message in stun hanger. Come on now, I know I got them. Where the hell did I put them? There they are. There it is. Yeah, it's almost set up for a summer's fun. There we go. All right, let's see if it's got any tip weight in it, which I don't remember whether I put any in it or not. Not sure of the size on the copper wire. Says number 26. Pretty fine stuff. Okay, now see if it's got any tip weight in it. Oh yeah. Should be all right. I really need to shorten that up. Need to unwind that bead out and shorten it up 1/8 of an inch. Yeah, we'll try it as is. There you have it. It's all balanced. Check for tip weight. I've already checked the flaps when I put them on to make sure that they were level, and the stabilizer was level. I bought that from Marvin Shooty. He sells it at the Nats. You buy a roll of that, it'll last you more airplanes than you guys will build. Same for wrapping lines. You know, I use the same wire. We're at 50.4 ounces, 50 and a half, let's say. Any questions on the Viper profile build? I mean, that basically wraps that project up. Could use, in a day or two, we'll start sanding down a little bit and polish, and just, I'm not going to go crazy on it. It's just a profile. But it's ready to fly. So all in all, if you were to put all the build sessions together, and I stopped and started, about 40 days to build this. Build, paint it, and get it ready to fly. 40 days. So it's 40 times 8. What is that? I can't even think. 300 and some odd hours. Could you get a kid to sit down and build this? Probably not. Too distracted with cell phones, girls. I mean, it was a different life for us. But the nice thing is, if you sit down and do this type of thing, when you're done, you got something you can hold in your hand. What can you hold in your hand by building something on the computer? Nothing. Nothing tangible. And you'll learn some life skills to do other things. Sure, we don't have any up or down thrust on this dog. looks pretty good. We'll know about the first 5 laps. I'll know how whether it's lined up or not. So let's check that tank bolt, make sure it's tight. Can't get at it with that ball driver. Maybe this one. Yep. Yep, that's tight. Tank's tight, muffler's tight, bolts are tight. This is a brand new engine. I'll run it one time on the ground and then start it up and fly it. That hours and hours of breaking in. Yeah. Yeah. Back in the day, you had to do something. Now you don't have to do nothing. And that's what we got, is a bunch of do-nothings. Do nothing, know nothings. Covering tightened up nicely. No problem. Trophy trainer. Man, that's the 70s. I was there. I was there. This has a resemblance to a trophy trainer in a way. As a matter of fact, the original Vipers were a takeoff on the Monado, on the original Monado. Viper 1 had very, very similar numbers. Well, as an original Monado. And of course, the design features of the turnouts here, and this style rudder, the thin wide stab. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. So maybe tomorrow we'll get some pictures of it flying. No promises. The internet doesn't work very good out at Booter Park. Get a lot of pixelation. Of course, I can't see what I'm doing either. It's so bright. All right, guys. Thanks for watching on Sunday, sharing your Sunday with me. As always, like, subscribe, and share, and leave a comment. Leave a super thanks. Help me continue to bring you this type of content. I'm having to sell off stuff just so I can keep going on my projects. So, fair winds, tight lines. See ya.